Week 3 of launch preparations for Marvel Rivals has concluded, and with it we've seen a massive amount of information. There's been more cosmetic reveals, new maps, a second dev diary, more information on collaborations with other titles, and even a new hero with Hawkeye joining the roster on December 6th. Hey everyone, my name is Bob and welcome to Week 3 in Marvel Rivals. Throughout the week we saw more cosmetic reveals, starting with the Captain Gladiator outfit for Captain America, followed by the MCU Namor skin, Hawkeye's Galactic Fangs outfit that came along with his reveal, Hela's gorgeous Goddess of Death cosmetic, Scarlet Witch's MCU Multiverse of Madness skin, Magneto's Master of Magnetism armor, and possibly my favorite, probably because she's one of my favorite characters on the roster, Storm's Mohawk Rock skin. Outside of skins, one of the biggest pieces of news this week was of course the official announcement of Hawkeye. Clint has been one of the main subjects this week with the IGN First, featuring a bunch of gameplay and explanations around how he works. One of my favorite things is how you actually need to aim at the enemy to increase the strength of your shots, which personally I think is a really fantastic addition and will hopefully help to avoid too many one-shot kills from him. While I'm a big fan of flying heroes with ranged abilities, I still think Hawkeye is going to be a viable rival for me to main, as he still maintains some of that verticality due to his double jump. And for people like me who aren't too great at peeking, with his ultimate ability able to create after images of enemies that are in sight, I might even be able to get some kills with him. And while ranged attacks are usually my preferred method of combat, one of my main objectives when the game launches is to knock as many people as I can off the map with his katana boop. It just looks so satisfying. Moving on to the dev diary, Ji-Young, the lead combat designer for the game, shared with us that the team has been gathering and analyzing data from the closed alpha and closed beta tests, and based off of that, have already made some changes to some heroes, including a Magneto nerf, thank God, alongside some buffs to Loki and Jeff, which they haven't shared the details on yet, but I'm going to assume that Magneto's nerf is at least around his team up with the Scarlet Witch, which absolutely dominated during the CBT. There's also been some really nice sounding quality of life improvements, including visual elements like impact effects and hero-specific effects like Mantis' sleep effects, as well as UI enhancements like improving the reload prompts and more. On top of the quality of life updates, we got even more updates on the maps, which has been a large part of the negative feedback around the closed alpha and beta tests due to the lack of varieties in the ones that were available during that time. The good news is that that doesn't seem to be an issue anymore, as we already have 4 new maps since the CBT. 2 of those being situated in the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, those being Burning T'Challa and the Hall of Jalia, which have a special type of destruction named Wrath of Orisha, which confirms a theory that I shared in my previous video around the Orisha being featured, where destroying specific structures can unleash the wrath of Wakanda's gods. The third new map we'll be seeing is the new Hydra Charterist base, Hell's Heaven, which has been built for the new Domination game mode. This new map changes its terrain over time, shifting how your offense and defense will work as the match goes on, which honestly sounds super fun and super frustrating all at the same time. Finally, onto the fourth map we've been treated to is Clintar Symbiotic Surface, built for the Convergence game mode, which also has a special type of destruction called Living Symbiosis, which allows you to shoot certain elements on the map that then react to change the dynamics of the battlefield, including building bridges and blocking off pathways. So far, this seems like one of the coolest types of destruction, but an honourable mention goes to the Tokyo 2099 map, as structures will now float up into the portal above the map instead of crashing down below. Personally, I'm super excited about this map because I think it's going to be one of the best ones that we've seen yet. It's definitely one of the most creative. I'm excited to see what you think though. Which one of these 4 is your favourite so far? Let me know in the comments. Following the map reveals, there was a lot of talk about cheating and how they've been banning cheaters throughout the test in less than 7 matches on average, as well as completely acknowledging that cheating issues will be prevalent throughout the game's lifetime, rather than trying to sweep it under the rug like we've seen with other developers, which personally I think is a great sign. Thankfully, through the test though, I didn't personally encounter many cheaters, so I'm tentatively optimistic about the game on that front. Finally, we got a little bit of an update on Season 1, and we were told that it's already going through its final touches, which is great to hear considering the game hasn't even launched yet, highlighting that the team are already poised to support this post-launch. Outside of the information that we got about the game, we were also given information about some of the collaborations that Marvel Rivals is going to have with other Marvel-related titles. The key one being Fortnite, where you can log into Marvel Rivals on the Epic Games Store, complete 10 matches of eligible game modes between December 6th and January 6th to be able to get the rivaled Sailor Glider to use in Fortnite. So if you're a fan of Marvel Rivals and a fan of Fortnite, that one might be for you. Finally, while this isn't technically news as it hasn't been confirmed, an eagle-eyed content creator, The Guides Guy, has potentially spotted a teaser for a new upcoming hero in one of the shots of the Hydra Charterist base. They believe that Black Widow is featured on the mural in the base and that this indicates her arrival in the game shortly. However, some have argued that this looks a little bit more like Storm, and this might just be reading into it a little bit too much. But who knows, we might see some announcements in the coming weeks that will help confirm or deny that theory. And that wraps up this week's recap of Marvel Rivals. If you missed last week's and you want to catch up on any of that info, make sure to check out this video. And until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.